The Medrash in Parshas told us, brings down Akol kol Yaakov va'yodayim yedei Esov bou v'nikbetzu umo Yisraelom etzel Bilam HaRosho. The Umas came to Bilam HaRosho. Omru lo imau shenizdaveg le'uma zu. If we have a chance to win the Jewish people, Omar lehem lechu ve'bitku bebotei knesios u'bebotei midroshes. Go to the Yeshivas, go to the shuls. Im motzatem koiloi shel tinoiko shel besrabon mitzaftzefim bebotei knesios u'bebotei midroshes. Ein atem yecholim lohem. שכבר הבטיחו אביהם הזוקן שבזמן שהכל כל יעקב אין הידיים ידי עשיו. So if you see that the תינוקות של ביסרבון are learning בבתי כנסיות ובבתי מדרושס, אין אתם יכולים להם. שכבר הבטיחו אביהם הזוקן בזמן שהכל כל יעקב אין הידיים ידי עשיו. ואם לאו, שאין כולו של תינוקות של ביסרבון מצפצפים בבתי כנסיות ובבתי מדרושס, חס ושלום אתם יכולים להם. שבזמן שאין הכל כל יעקב הידיים ידי עשיו. So the Medrash brings down that the Umois came to Bilam HaRosho and they asked Bilam HaRosho, Ma'u shenizdaveg le'uma zu? If we have a chance to win the Jewish people, Omar, check. If kol yankev, kol shetinoikis ben rabon mitzaftzefim, bebotei knesios ubebotei midroshes, ein atem yecholim lohem. Sheiftichom aviyam hazoken, he promised them, bezman she'akol kol Yaakov ein hayodayim yedei Esov. V'im lav, but if is ein hakol kol yankev, atem yecholim lohem. So the real answer that we have when we saw this terrible Yodayim Yedei Esov, sadism, cruelness, something that doesn't make sense, that doesn't exist. We saw such Yodayim Yedei Esov, we have one answer. Hakol kol Yaakov bizman shekol shel tinoiko shel bisrabon mitzavtzefim bebotei knesios ubebotei midroshes ein atem yecholim lohem. This is the answer. Only what is happening here now, this is the answer. I want to tell you, 2 months ago was a YYK, I don't want to say who. Some guys came to a YYK, nothing at this level for sure. And the guys went to Gaza for a visit. And they met there a commander from a Mizrahi Yeshiva, Rosh Yeshiva with a big beard, Sveig Yamike. And they came over to him and they said, you know, we came for YYK to learn, to mechazik, akol kol yankev. He told them, I'm so touched, amazing. But if you can make me a favor, just go straight back to the Bismedish. Please don't make tours, because I really need your learning. Please, we don't need the hugs. We just need the Bismedish. So please go back. They didn't know what to do with themselves. You know? He said, no, we don't need no pizza. No, we just need a kol kol Yaakov. But I want to explain to you. I know that these people here don't do these things. This reason I could talk about it here. Yeah, but I want to explain. I want to explain why. When Shihila brought down, Chazal say that David HaMelech, when he was old, vayechasu b'abgodim velo yicham loi. They tried to cover him with clothes and he could not get warm. He was cold. Why? Zog the Medrash, because he was mevazeh the b'godim. When David HaMelech was hiding and Shaul went in and he took off him his coat. So mevazeh b'godim, later in life, the b'godim cannot warm him up. So he said, from Rabbi Itzaleh, Teire magna. But Torah only is magna if you think that it's chashuv. If you don't think that Torah is chashuv, if clothes don't warm someone that once was mevazeh, once in his life he was mevazeh clothes, a person that is not machshiv Torah is no Torah magna. Now you have to declare a chakira. If we need a soldier to be machshiv Torah, or at least the one that is learning. But Mr. If the one that is learning is machshiv Torah and he thinks that Torah is important, that Torah is. But if he thinks that by hugging he's helping, so his Torah doesn't help. So stay there and hug. Because anyway you're learning will not help them. But we that we know what is that kol kol Yaakov, I want to tell you a story. I have a bacher in my yeshiva that I did not want to accept. But the mashgiach forced me to accept him. Why? I'll tell you why. I have 350 bacher in my yeshiva. This boy came from a different background. His parents are not from. when he comes back home, he goes to the rabbi of the Yeshiva where he lives. He puts down a hat and jacket because his parents cannot know that he owns a hat and jacket. The most that they know that he owns a white shirt. That is the max that they could deal with. And when the war started, I saw him crying. I asked him, maybe you're regretting. All of his friends are like Sayeret Matkal, Shadlag, all these fancy names that we don't know what it means exactly. But these really commandos. I said, maybe you're regretting it. Maybe. He said, no, I'll tell you. He said, I was about to be like a top soldier in Sayeret Matkal, one of the top people. And then I decided to switch to come to learn in Yeshiva. And every time I would tell my parents, I would tell my friends, and I would tell myself, I'm doing more for this country because I'm sitting and learning. The last couple of weeks, I feel amongst our Olam, they think that these people are doing more from what we're doing. I can't live with this. I can't live with this. I was living 24 hours that when I learn, I'm sending 5,000 missiles. When I learn, I win 5,000 Palestinian Arabs. Pitam, I see that people think that the ones that are fighting are more from the ones that are learning. They don't come to they do pizzas party to the Bachim that are learning. I'm not saying we have to have a koras hatoiv she'ein kedugmasa to the soldiers. She'ein kedugmasa, they're giving their lives for us. We owe them so much. But we owe so much to these people that are sitting and learning here because of you we could win, not because no one else. What we could win is because Akoil Kol Yaakov, Hiftichom Aviem Azoken, Hiftichom, Shebezman She'Akoil Kol Yaakov, Eina Yodayim Yedei Esav. When Reb Shlomo Gadesman told me that doesn't make a difference, that it's hard to get tickets, and it's hard to get people to come, but he's doing the Yachikale anyway, I said, this is a real soldier of the Ribono Shel Olam. Because to know that if this doesn't exist, there's no way that we will win. This is the first thing. I just want to finish with one more thing before we start our shiur. I would speak about this much more, but the time of the shiur is limit. And the sugya is not limit. And the shailas are not limit. But Chazal say that we have a kodesh, Beis Hamikdash, a Mishkan. And in the Mishkan we have kodesh, we have kodesh HaKadoshim, we have the Kruvim. V'pneihem ish alochiv. And Rashi says, pneihem ish alochiv keshnei chaveirim hanoisnim v'noisnim b'divrei Torah. What do we have in the Spitz Beis Hamikdash? In the Spitz. The most holy place. Kodesh, Kodesh HaKadoshim, Oron, Kruvim, shnei chaveirim hanoisnim v'noisnim b'divrei Torah. The beauty of Klal Yisrael, the most Kodesh thing that we have, Kodesh HaKadoshim, is learning together. Learning together. Keshnei chaverim, zog the balaturim, hanoisnim v'noisnim b'divrei Torah. But it's a very interesting line here. It doesn't say keshtei talmidei chachomim, keshtei chaverim. The beauty of Klal Yisrael is together, to learn together, biyachad lilmod, biyachad lilmod. That is the beauty of Klal Yisrael, the biyachad lilmod. Reb Chaim Shalevi says a word, everyone knows most of the word, but they don't know the point line. He says like this. איש אירס השם מתיסעלל זה דוירו של רב יהודה בר אילוי ששישו מסקסים בטליס אחד ואויסקים בדברי תורה. So everyone knows the famous Reb Chaim Shmulevitz, how 6 people could cover themselves in one talis, but everyone gives to the other one. We grew up under the Cheder. But Reb Chaim Shmulevitz says something else. אישו ירס השם מתיסעלל זה דוירו של רב יהודה בר אילוי ששישו מסקסים בטליס אחד ואויסקים בדברי תורה. Shisho miskasim, being nice to the other one, that is not doiro iras Hashem itisalo. The beauty of Klal Yisrael, Shisho miskasim betalis echod ve'oiskim b'divrei Torah. When it's together, shtei chaveirim, and this beauty of Yachikale, to bring everyone together and to learn together a sugya, Torah together with such a ahava, with such a miyuchadike chabura. This is the real Kol Yankev, that be'ezus Hashem, hiftichom aviem azoken, shebezman she'akol Kol Yaakov, ein hayodayim yedei Esav. I just want to finish, we don't have Reb Chaim Kanievsky with us. Sarah. We could see that we don't have his shmirah. But I was thinking today to myself, if I would go into Reb Chaim and tell him it's a war, we're so scared from the Arabs, what to learn? He will say, learn Hilchei Shomrim. Shomrim. Now, but I will tell you, before what we are saying the Shiur today, I'm not so sure if that Shomrim will really protect. But if you the mehalach that we will miyaset Shomrim, you will see that this is mamish the real shmirah. But we'll learn the sugin, and you understand why this way of learning Shomrim, the way we will shtel it, that really could protect. Be'ezus Hashem, and Be'ezus Hashem will explain it toch kedei the Shiur why the way that we will shtel shmirah will help. So I want to start b'siyata d'shmaya. And the Torah is a parsha of Shomrim. Shemer Chinom, Shemer Sochor, Soicher ve'amashil. Arba Shem Sholosh. If a person gives a person a chayfetz to watch, to keep, to look after, maybe also a shoyel, as a parsha of Shomrim. The first chakira that we have to shtel is a chiyuv to be a shomer, or is only a chiyuv to pay? I will explain. Someone gives you a chayfetz to be shomer. You mechuyev to be shomer the chayfetz, or you're not mechuyev to be shomer the chayfetz. If it gets lost, you have to pay. And I will explain. It's a triple chakira. The first shayla is if I have to be a shomer, l'moshel. I will explain what I mean. A person, l'moshel, you go to a chasana, so you want to put your coat. So you go to this place, they have near the, you put the coat, they give you like a little number, and at the end of the wedding, you pick up the coat. No, there's a name maybe to that room, no?
Coat room.
Coat room.
We know everything.
Now, the guy that owns the place, 11 o'clock, he decides 10 o'clock, finish. He wants to let his guys to go. Now, he's a Shemer Chinom. Now, could be some coats will get lost. He doesn't care. If the coats will get lost, he will pay. He's not worried about it. But he's allowed to leave or not? The Hainu is mechuyev to be shomer or not? Is a chiyuv shmire or is no chiyuv shmire? I will explain to you another. You take a car from a friend of yours. A shoyel a car. You want to drive. Youngish, to drive. Now, if something happens, you will pay, the insurance will pay, you will pay him. But you're a shomer. You're not planning not to pay. You're allowed to drive wild, forget about the rules. The halacha, dangerous, and shmartem on them. Behelem. You have to look after, I'll explain even more the question. You take a house for Shabbos. You rent a house, or better, you're coming for a simcha, someone got you a house. You go into that house for Shabbos. You have little kids. Now your little kids are staying, it looks like soon they'll be coloring on the walls. Now, you're planning to pay him. Heavy hezek, other to work it out with him later. You mechuyev the whole Shabbos to look after your kids, not to be mazik or not. I will explain. A person is not allowed to steal a manat l'shalem. There's not stealing, it's hezek, it's shmira. Our first suffix that we're telling is, if it's a chiyuv shmira or not. If it gets lost, I have to pay. Now, I'll explain how the stipler stells the chkira. But I want first maybe to explain the two tzdodim that we have. One side is if I'm mechuyev to be a shomer, and if I'm not a mechuyev to be a shomer, I have to pay if it gets lost. And there we have two tzdodim in the chakira. One side is because as a chiyuv to be shomer, and because I was not shomer, I have to pay. Or no, there's no chiyuv to be shomer, but if it's damaged, I'm mekabel achrayis. I have achrayis, I have to pay. It's like I made it tonight. I was mekabel achrayis that if it gets lost, I have to pay. That is our shayla be'etzim. I'll bring you another nafkamina. The poskim have a shayla. You stand in the airport, and someone comes over to me. Someone comes over to you with a trolley. I need to be excused for 2 minutes. You can look after my trolley. You say, okay. The guy goes to be excused, and he's not coming out. Your plane is boarding. You will miss your flight. Now, so you're allowed to leave the suitcase there or not? I want to explain. So, you will pay him. If it gets lost, you'll pay him for the 5 shmatas that he has inside. But you have a ticket, a business ticket, $10,000 in our days, yeah? And you don't want to miss your flight. So, the shaila is divided to 3. So, some Rabbanim, I discussed it with Rabbanim this week, some Rabbanim say, when you take a shmira in the airport, you only mask it to be a shomer till your flight takes off. Poiskes manenu, we call it. Poiskes manenu. Now, as another shaila, if a shomer chinum is mechuyev to lose money for something that he's shomer, it's another shaila. But lo mitzvah that you have to be the shomer. The shaila is, I have a chiyuv shmira, I have to pay. I will leave it there. We'll say like this, 80% that it will stay till he comes out. Sorry, 85%. The other 5%, he'll be moichel me, he will understand me. The other 10%, I will pay. But if it's a chiyuv shmira, I'm not allowed to. Someone told you to take this suitcase, someone will meet you in the airport, and he will take it from you. And for sure, the guy is never there. Yeah? You're allowed to leave. You're going to Yachikala, you can't miss. So again, the shaila if I'm a shomer or not. What?
What language was used?
Okay, maybe we have to. So, Rav Shlomo is saying sometimes could be you are not mekabel shmira more from that. Hashavas Aveda, but I'm not mechuyev to go out my way for the Hashavas Aveda. Melachtu meruba meleches chaveroi. I'm not mechuyev. Not mechuyev. Okay. We'll get it. Maybe it's a raya. You oisik b'mitzvah and Hashem Aveda, but there you mekayim a mitzvah. I can't hear. Yeah, it's not Shavas Aveda. He wanted to bring a different raya. He wanted to bring a raya from the Metzias that maybe you mekayim a mitzvah and the shmira. So this is the shayla that we will have to discuss. Then the second shayla we will have to discuss is you rent out your house, you have lenders that lend out your house, or you gave it for Shabbos to your neighbor, and they will mazik it. So for sure, if the guy was mazik b'yodayim, but his kids, ktanim, and the shayla is no shmira bekarka. So be'etzem, he's potor in ganzen. He doesn't have to pay you nothing. You're allowed to ask for the money, you're not allowed to ask for the money. You gave him an apartment for Shabbos. He was not careful. Was a pshia. I'm not saying mazik. Was a pshia. The house catched on fire. Or his kids broke some things in the house. We'll see he's a shoyel or he's a soicher. Or yourself, you have a house. You rent it out to a yid. You come, what is going on here? He tells you, en shmira bekarka. So we'll have to discuss it Be'ezus Hashem. And we'll see. So I want first to start to go into the lumbus of the halacha. The Stipler in Baba Metzia and Siman Lamed Ches, the Stipler says that it's 2 halachas in Shoimrim. That is Poshet to the Stipler, Baba Metzia Siman Lamed Ches, Poshet to the Stipler. One chiyuv is a chiyuv ma'aseh shmira. This is the Stipler Nemtzachon. When a person takes shmira, he's mechuyev to be a shomer. He's mechuyev to be a shomer. It's a chiyuv shmira. Now clears the Stipler a chakira. So one halacha is like the Stipler Siman Lamed Ches is poshet to me that when a person takes a chayfetz, he becomes a shomer, shemer chinom, shemer socho, shoyel bepashtes. He's mechuyev to be shomer the chayfetz. Clears the Stipler the second chakira. Now the chayfetz was damaged, b'pshia, b'agnei v'aveda. Why are you mechuyev to pay? Zog the Stipler, I have 2 tzdodim. One side because I was not shomer, so I'm considered like a mazik. I did not keep my chiyuv, so normally maybe it's a gromet. Here the Torah was mechayev me for the ishmira, or zog the Stipler, no. For the ishmira, the Torah was not mechayev me. Is a new chiyuv to pay. When a person takes on himself a shmira, he gets a kind of achrayas that he has to pay. So again, the Steipler Nemtzachon, the first hanocha is that is a chiyuv shmira. Is a chiyuv ma'aseh shmira. A person has a chiyuv of a ma'aseh shmira. Chutz from the chiyuv of the ma'aseh shmira, now the Steipler has two tzdodim. One side is that the chiyuv tashlumim is because the ish shmira, that I didn't keep what I was committed to keep, so I'm a chiyuv ke'ein mazik. Or not. I have to watch. I have to be a shomer. Chutz from that, I have a yischayves to pay. B'shem mechinum, what is the shem mechinum? Shem mesocho, what is the shem mesocho? In shoyel, what is in a shoyel? For sure, because we see in Chas Pshia B'Seif B'Oines has to be that the Oines, the most shitas, had a shaykhis to the Pshia. If it did not have a shaykhis to the Pshia, if most shitas were not chayiv. So it is considered a shtickl maya chayis, but it's a good raya. Hopefully we'll get to this raya. The Steipler says, we will be an afkamina. What would be if the person was moichel him? You don't have to be shomer. You don't have to be shomer. You're shomer sochel. You have to pay migneva v'aveda. But if you want to go out your house, you could go out. Don't feel. You're getting paid. Achrayis, all of the halachas of shomer sochel. But I'm letting you to live. Zog the Steipler, if the mechayev of the tashlumim is because the ishmire, so maybe he will not be chayev. But if the mechayev is considered stama ischayves, so then avada he'll be chayev. Zog the Steipler. So the Steipler starts like this. He brings down a Magid Mishneh in Perik Zayin Mishayle Alocha Yud Aleph. What would be if a person gives a chayfetz to someone to be a shomer? Lezman Yodua. He's asking him, be a shomer, Lezman Yodua. I'm giving you a chayfetz. Till Shabbos, you're the shomer of the chayfetz. And the person that took the chayfetz wants to be choizer boy betoich hazman. He gave a chayfetz to be shomer, and the guy that got the chayfetz wants to be choizer boy betoich hazman. He's allowed to be choizer betoich hazman, or he's not allowed to be choizer betoich hazman. So the Magid Mishneh brings down that he's not allowed to be choizer betoich hazman. The Mishnah Melech brings down that Chen Kosav Balatrumes, B'Shem HaRav, Ken Kosav HaRav, and the Shulchan Aruch and Simen Reish Tzadik Dalet Sif Aleph Paskins, She'eino Yochoi Lachzo Boi Toich Hazman. So if I give someone, take my coat, please watch it till Shabbos, be the Shomer till Shabbos. Eino Yochoi Lachzo Boi Toich Hazman. Fragt the Rashbo, why he can't be Choizer Boi Toich Hazman? Poyel yochoi lachzor afilu bechatzi hayoim. The halacha is that a poyel is allowed to be choizer afilu bechatzi hayoim. So if a poyel is allowed to be choizer afilu bechatzi hayoim, why the shomer cannot be choizer bechatzi hayoim? Zog the ktsois and Siman Ayin Dalet. There's only one sif cotton. In the whole Siman Ayin Dalet, sif cotton aleph, but there's only one sif cotton. Zog the ktsois. He says, Avada poyel yochel achzor bo bechatzi hayoim. But chiyuv shoimrim is no shaykhis to poyel. He has to pay because he committed to pay if it gets lost for this week. What is the shaykhis to poyel yochel achzor bo bechatzi hayoim? So when you see the ktsois on yourself, you could learn pshat, that the ktsois that can learn that there is no chiyuv shmira bichlal. A person is not mechuyev to be shomer. He can leave the suitcase. There's only a chiyuv to pay if it gets lost. But the Steipler learns, no, I've added the ktsois so that it's a chiyuv shomer. Just the Steipler zog, the Steipler learn, from the chiyuv shomer, you could go back to him, poyel yochel lachzor bechatzi hayoim. But even that poyel yochel lachzor bechatzi hayoim, but from the chiyuv ischayves you can't pay. So again, so the Steipler wants to learn, pshat and the ktsois, that a person is a chiyuv shmira, and chutz from the chiyuv shmira, maybe it could be choizer from the chiyuv shmira, but in learns pshat and the ktsois that the mechayev of paying is no shaykhis to the chiyuv shmira. But the Stipler says that it's hard for him to learn like the Ktsois. It's more mistaber to him that the chiyuv tashlumim is not stama ischayves. It's because I was not keeping my halacha of shmira, because I was not mekayim the halacha of shmira. So because I'm not mekayim the halacha of shmira, that is mechayev me to pay. The Stipler says I have two starke rayas that the chiyuv tashlumim is not a separate chiyuv tashlumim. Again, I wanted the chiyuv to be good because we want to use it after 15 nafkaminas. First we tell that the Stipler is posher to him that a shomer is mechuyev to be shomer. He has to sit and shomer. He can't say, I don't care. My kids will paint your house. I will pay $1,000. I will pay. I can't not plan to be the whole Shabbos meshuga to look that they're not tearing nothing. After Shabbos, I'll work it out. No. If you took an apartment for Shabbos, you have to be a shomer. If you took a hall in a shul, you have to be a shomer. So later, maybe I died to the hochi. But the Stipler is busy with the shaila when I'm not shomer why I have to pay. Because I did not keep my halacha. Because I was not mekayim my halacha of shmira, or not because I was not mekayim my halacha of shmira. The reason I have to pay is it's a separate ischaybus. Also shem mechinam and also shem mesocho. No, if I was pesha, if I didn't keep my shmira, I have to. Okay, we'll see. That we're going to get to, Rabbi Yosef. That we're going to get to. That I'm going to get to. The vow we're telling it also in Shem Rechinam and also in Shem Osocho. In Shoyel, that is Chayiv Be'onsim, the Stipler himself says, has to be that is a nozu is Chayiv es chutz from what I didn't do my haloches. Because I'm mechuyev even if it died. Even if it died. It can't be that because I didn't do something right. So it's a bit schwer. So we'll see later. Maybe in Shoyel is bichlal no chiyuv to be shomer. I'm allowed to take a car and go how wild that I want. But okay, so we'll get to the halachas. But the way we're telling sayin shem rechinam shayin shem asocho, again, the Stipler is posher to him that is a mechayev of my shmira, and the chkira is why I'm paying. I'm paying on pshil because I did not keep my halacha of my shmira. And in Shemesocho because I did not keep my halacha. I don't know. What I didn't keep my halacha is a grome. It's a grome. And grome you don't pay. And grome you don't pay. It's a new mischayves. I'm mischayv to pay. So the Stipler wants to bring two rayas that the mechayev of paying is not a new mischayves. It's a mischayves because I did not keep my halacha. Could be it's a Gzeras HaKosuf, but the gather of the Gzeras HaKosuf is not, I have to be a shomer, and chutz from that is a ischayves that I will pay for pshia, I will pay for gneve. It's because I did not keep my halacha of shmira, that is my mechayev. The first raya the Stipler brings down, it's a Gemara in Bobekame Daf Yud Amud Beis. The Gemara says, Bailim metaplim benevele. When a person is mazik, his shoyer is mazik someone else's shoyer. So now we have a dead shoyer. So the shayla, who has to take care of it to sell it? And there's a chidush of the teire, it's a shvere sugye, bailim etaplim benetevele. Not the mazik, the bailim. And the Gemara brings down a pasuk, the same thing by a shoymer. If he didn't look after the cow and the cow died, bailim etaplim benevele. Frag the Gemara why I need two psukim, one by mazik that bailim etaplim benevele, and one by shoymer that bailim etaplim, one by shoymer. And the Gemara answers in Babekame, tzriche, yesh meinen ve'ameisi eloi, and mazik, mishum de kamoy mamoyne komazik. So there the Torah was makel. My shor killed your shor, okay? I have to pay, but the nevela you will take care. Avor shoymer davim mazik de gufei. I'm myself, amen, that I have to take care of the nevela. Zogt Rashi. Shoymer sochor sheposha v'nitrefo al yedei zehev keniskei gufei choshiv she'arei hoyo olov leshomroi. Rashi says that a shoymer sochor is considered a mazik begufoi. Why is considered a mazik begufoi? Shehoyo loy lishmoiroi. שהרי הויו אולוב לשומרוי. So sagt der Steipler is muchach that the mechayev of shmire, the mechayev of shmire is one that I have to be a shomer. Rashi says shahoyo loy leshomroi, and the reason I pay is because I did not keep my halacha if hoyo loy leshomroi. While I was not keeping my halacha if hoyo loy leshomroi, that is the reason that I have to pay. Second raya sagt the Steipler. Everyone knows the Gemara in Baba Kama, Chof Dalet Ovis Nezikim. One of them is Shemer Chinom, Shemer Socho, Noise V'Ashoyel. Frag the Gemara, so why the Mishnah only says Arba Ovis Nezikim? And for the Gemara, the Mishnah is Niskei Mamoinoi. Here is Niskei Gufoi, sagt Rashi. Shoimrim Niskei Gufoi, Choshiv Shem Atzma Miziku, Hoyil V'Lo Yishomru Karoi. So the Steipler says that shoyel lechure and onsim. He says maybe the shoyel that the sugi is talking about is not the onsim of the shoyel. But later, if we have time, we'll go into the mechayev of shoyel. Could be shoyel. I want to explain why I'm saying the whole time shoyel maybe is different, because the Yeshiva Shalom this claims, maybe is rise to that why I have to pay when something dies. It's my fault that a cow died. What? So why I have to pay? Oh, so I became the bailing. If I'm the bailing, I don't have to look after it. Very good. So I don't have to look after it. The Manav shall decide. Or I don't pay if it dies, or I don't have to look after it. That is the reason in Shoyel, if we'll get, the Lomdim want to say maybe the Yischayvis of Shoimrim in Shoyel is different. We'll have big problems with the Hemshech. So, but we'll come to Shtel before we start. Now I want to start the sugya. So we'll remind me the main chakira was if I'm mechuyev to be a shomer. We declared it in all of the arba shoimrim. Even that in shoyel, we're saying now maybe belong this. I'm not mechuyev. I was going it.
Yeah.
I'm mechuyev to be a shomer. That is one shaila. I have a chiyuv shmira. And then our shaila is, if it happens the hezek, why I'm paying? I'm paying because I was not a shomer, because I didn't do what I have to do, or no? As a parsha, I took on myself shmira, and if a hezek happened, I have to pay. And we'll shtala devar, sayin shem achinam, shayin shem asocho, and a shoyel also, chutzim onsim. And onsim for sure, it's not because I didn't do what I have to do. So now I want to start. Is a halacha that ein shmire bekarkoes v'shtorois ve'avodim. The Loshen HaRambam, where's the Rambam? Perek Beis Mischirus Halacha Aleph.
Page 436.
436. Look in the Rambam. So he starts in Halacha Aleph. What? So we have first in Halacha Aleph he says, Arba Shemrim Eilu only b'metaltelim but not b'karkoes ve'avodim. And then he says in Halacha Gimel, V'iroeli she'im posha ha'shomer ba'avodim v'kayoytze bohem chayev l'shalem. Even that is a halacha, ein shmire bekarka, ein shmire beavodim, ein shmire beshtos. Iroeli, she'im posha ha'shomer beavodim v'kayoytze bohem, chayev l'shalem. She'eino p'tur beavodim v'shtores elo midim gneve ve'avede ve'amisa v'kayoytze bohem. Aval im posha chayev l'shalem. Why? She'kol ha'poishei ha'maziku. ואין הפרש בין דין המזיק קרקע לדין המזיק מטלטלים. And here the Rambam says, ודין אמס הוא למבינים. We want today, Be'ez Hashem, to be from the Mevinim. The Rambam says the people that are not mevinim will not understand this, what we're going to learn today. But today we're going to learn a Rambam that writes on himself, V'din ze emes lemevinim. V'chein roi lodun. V'chein oiru raboisai. First the Rambam says the people that understand will understand it. And I think it's the right psak. And also my Rebbe said it. Shamoy Sirka. So Shitas Rambam that even there is no shmira bekarkoes, there's no shmira beavodim, there's no shmira beshtores. But if you are poisheya, pshia mitamazik, you chayev. Shitas ateises bo b'metzia, Daf Nun Zayin and Mem Gimel, that the same way that Shemechinom is potur mishvua al karkoes, Einoi meshalem im posha.
445.
445. Is Bo Metzia there? 445. Look in Tesis. Daf Nun Zayin Amud Beis. Dibur HaMaschil. Shemer Chinam. Tesis says it very clear. So we have a real machlekes. The Rambam holds that the Mevinim understand that you potu, that you chayev. Teisva says, Nire dehu adin de meshalem de afilu shemersocher im posha nire de loi meshalem. That loi meshalem. So we have a machlekes. Now, the Ikar HaHaloche, how we paskin la haloche, so it's very interesting. We paskin la haloche in the Shulchan Aruch, in 3 places, the Shulchan Aruch paskins, that pshia bekarka is potu. 3 places the Shulchan Aruch paskins, that shmira bekarka is potu. I don't know from Shneim if we have all the Shulchan Aruchim or not. We have some Shulchan Aruchim. In Siman Tzadikei Seif Aleph. What? Yeah. Also Shin Aleph. Look, Shin Aleph, Seif Aleph. Shloisha dinim ha'amurim batoiro. Shemerchinom she'enu nishba. 446. V'chein pturim min ha'pshiyeh. Zog der Ramo v'hochi kaimelon. Zog der Ramo v'yesh mechayvim. So the Shulchan Aruch paskins that ain't pshia bekarka. You potu. The Shulchan Aruch repeats it 3 places in Shulchan Aruch in Choshen Mishpat. Tzadikei Seif Aleph. There he says, V'im posha potur, he even doesn't bring down a machlekes. In Tzadikei Seif Aleph. And Shin Aleph Seif Aleph, he brings down that in posha potur, Zog der Ramo v'ochi kaimelon, and then the Shulchan Aruch says v'yesh machmirim, and in Samach Vav again the Shulchan Aruch paskins that you potu, v'yesh machmirim, and the Ramo says that you potu. So we have a machlekes, Shitas HaRambam, that even that ein shmira bekarka, ein shmira beavodim, ein shmira beshtores, if you're a posha you have to pay. Shitas HaTeisves, and B'Metzia, and in Shvuas, and Shittas Shulchan Aruch paskins in 3 places, the Mokir is Tshuvas Arif, that if you poishea bekarka, you potu. The Ikar Psak, the poiskim paskin like Shittas Shulchan Aruch, that if you're poishea in a karka, you potu. That will bring us soon to the problem, you gave your house to someone for Shabbos, and it's damaged, you lost. You rent out your house to people and it's damaged, you lost. Soon we'll say what to do. We can't lose all of people that own properties. The real estate business, if it's going on yet, yeah? So, soon we'll get to the halacha. But that is the Iker Psak HaShulchan Aruch. And Shitas HaRambam, that you chayev. Now, there's 3 kashas on the Rambam. One kasha, the Achroinim asks, the Stipler brings it down, how the Rambam says that if you put Sheya in Karka, even that it's Nismaet, Karkoes, Yotzu Shtores, Yotzu Avodim Shugshu Karkoes. But if you put Sheya Chayim Mita Mazik, Taisa says no, you potu. Sigzeras HaKosuv, you potu, even on Gneva V'Aveda, even on Pshia. And we pass in the Ikar Adin, the Ochashur says, the Ikar Psak is like the Shulchan Aruch that you potu. In Tofas, you could be Semech on the Rambam. But on Shitas HaRambam, we're going back now to Shitas HaRambam. Shitas HaRambam, that if you Poisheya Bekarka, you Chayiv Ke Apshia Mita Mazik. What? The Mazik has to. What would it be if it's a kid 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old? Or it was an animal. Or he was Poisheya and there's a water flood. So who you will sue? The river. But Ein Echanami, if it's a person that is damaged and you could get it, what would it be if he's Nicht von unsere, yeah? So we have 3 kashas on the Rambam. 2 easy ones, and then we'll start the Lomdus. One kasha, Taisus himself in Bab Metzia brings the kasha. Taisus brings the kasha in Bab Metzia. The Gemara says in Bab Metzia, look in Taisus, 445. Small Taisus. Taisus brings the kasha, and 445. The Gemara says that the Gemara asks the kasha, how you could say there is no shmira bekarka, hasoicher sapoyalim, and shvis. The Hegdesh wanted the people to look after the shvis, that you could be makiv korbanos, or to look after the kids that would be roi for pora aduma. And the Gemara says that if the shomer was posheya, he has to pay. The shomer has to pay. And the Gemara says, B'shekonu miyodom, we'll get to it in a second. What is B'shekonu miyodom? I want to get to it soon. Frek Teisves, the Gemara could have answered, you know when I'm chayev b'shvis? When I was posheya. When I'm chayev b'karka? When I'm posheya. There it says that I'm chayev. If I didn't look after the land, I'm chayev. And shvis, I didn't look after the sodeh, I'm chayev. If you say that b'pshia you chayev, let the Gemara to answer that mayri b'pshia. This is the Taisus. Look in Taisus, 445. Why the Gemara did not answer? And the case there is sheposha. Zok Taisus muchach that even when you poisheya in a karka, you potu. This type of says a poshta teretz, because the reason you chayev b'pshia it's mitzad mazik. B'shvis it's hefker. You're not chayiv on the hezek. You only chayiv for the ischayvis that you promise the person to look after it. Karka is no ischayvis. The Rambam says you chayiv midin poisheya, pshia mita mazik. The Stipler brings down another Gemara. But I want to go now to the third question on the Rambam, and this is Be'etzem what we'll be learning today. It's a beautiful Indian. This is one of the fester lomdas of the Sugi of Shoimrim. The Ravid asks a kasha on the Rambam. Come, we'll look together in the Ravid. Where's the Rambam again?
Back here,
436, and the Ravid is right there.
436. Come, we'll look the Rambam inside. Look in the Ravid's kasha. We need the last 2 lines of the Ravid. We don't need the whole Ravid. We need the last 3 lines.
8%. Small letters, so we apologize. The 8%. 436, the Rambam. Only one Rambam there. The Ravid is on the side.
265, 265.
Younger Oilam. There's bigger letters, 255.
Oh. Yeah, this.
255?
265.
265.
265, look in the Ravid, Yiroeli. Ve'ein poishei mazik, the last 2 lines in the Ravid. Shimkein pshia bebailim lomo potur, elo she'ein poishei adoim ele mazik. Frag the Ravid the eisene kashe. Frag the Ravid the eisene kashe. The Rambam paskins that if a person is shoyel bebailim, the halacha is shayle bebailim is potu. If you shoyel and the bailim at the same time is working for you, you potu. Shayle bebailim is potu. That's the halacha. Shayle bebailim is potu. Even when it's a pshiyah, steht in Rambam. Even when you poisheya, if you shoyel bebailim, you potu. Frag the Ravid, stirem monefshach. If the Rambam holds that poisheya mitam mazik, and even that karko eshtores ve'avodim nismait. Aber if you're poisheya, you have to pay why? Pshiyah mitam mazik. Like you looked at the other, ma'amish mazik. So mein of kimine shmire bebailim. And if a shmire bebailim and you take it and you smash it, you're not potu. You for sure, you for sure chayiv. Zog the Ravid, what is the difference? This is the starke kaisha of the Ravid. The Rambam says pshiyah mitam mazik, and even that nismatu karko eshtores va'avodim. But if you're pshiyah, you chayiv because pshiyah mitam mazik. Frag the Ravid, if pshiyah mitam mazik, and that is the reason that the miut is not memayeted. So why shmira bebailim you potur even from pshiyah? That is one kasha. Kasha is klar? Because I want to ask the second kasha. If it's klar the first kasha?
Yes.
Now listen to the second kasha. This is, you really have to be a fester lamdan to answer it. As another Rambam, I don't know if we have it because I didn't send it. If we have it, if someone knows if we have it, Perik Beis Mishayla Aloch Eches. I don't know if we have it. But if not, I will say it Baal Peh. We have it or not? I'm not sure. Yes. Oh, wow. This is a Nes Chanukah. Now we'll check if it's there. Okay. 56.
Oh, base cast, yeah, 56.
This is a shaila. If someone knows to answer it, then he's a real mavin. But this is a real lomdish Rambam that you could for weeks work on it. Again, I want to be clear. The first kasha we stelled is a kasha of the Ravid. The Rambam paskins in Perik Beis Mischirus Halacha Gimel that pshiyah bebailim is chayev, even that karko is nismatu, shtor is nismatu, avodim, aber pshiyah mitam mazik, v'chein halacha lemevinim. What is the shaykhis of miyut or not? V'chi a person that is mazik a karka doesn't have to pay, zog the Ravid, it's a beautiful pshetel. But if that is the pshat, so shmira bebailim, you had to be chayev and pshiyah. And the Rambam paskins lehedye, perik beis halacha yud gimel, mischires, and perik b'shayla, the Rambam paskins that shayla bebailim is potur afilu bepshiyah. That is the Ravid's kasha. Now is a double kasha. Come, we'll learn together Rambam Perek Beis Aloch Eches, page 56. We'll learn the Rambam together slowly, but listen to the kasha. Even if you're not zeicher to understand the teretz today, but first at least you understand the kasha, and you'll have a reason not to sleep. Look in the Rambam. Shoal min hashutfim. A person borrowed a chayfetz from shutfim. V'nisha lo echod mehem. Was a shmira bebailim a half. I go, two people own a car. So, Perek Beis Aloch Eches, page 56, in the bottom, the last line in the bottom, it starts. I'm taking a car from two shutfim. And one of them, I'm asking him, I'm going in my car, look after, take my phone, watch for me the phone. Right? So it's a shmira bebailim when I'm taking the car. V'chen hashutfim sheshoalu, v'nisha le'echod mehem. Harei ze sofek im ishayle bebailim minav. So there's a sofek in the Gemara Vashoyel, if shayle bebailim, what shayle bebailim means? I, Lemoshel, take from someone something, but in the same time, he's working for me. So the halacha is gzeras hakosuf, im be'olav ein imoy shalem yeshalem. Ho be'olav imoy lo yeshalem. That is the halacha. Im ein be'olav imoy shalem yeshalem. Im be'olav imoy. So when I takes something from the other person and he's in the same time, has to work for me, but mainly I don't have to pay. That is the halacha shaila bebailim. Clears the Gemara, what would be if the... Right. What?
What's the right kasha then?
Very good.
And karka is not exeras hakosuf. Karka is also exeras hakosuf. Yotzu karkoes. Avodi hukshu lekarkoes. Shores is also exeras hakosuf. You asked me a good question, but here is also exeras hakosuf. The all of Imo is exeras hakosuf, and Yotzu karkoes is exeras hakosuf. Both of them we learn out from the pasuk that I'm not a shomeran. So if both of them I learn out that I'm not a shomeran, so what is the difference? That is the Ravid's kasha. But now the Gemara has a suffix. What would be if shaila bebailim that only one of the bailim was with me? So it's a suffix. Lefichoch imeisa eina meshalem. So if I was mashil a cow for my friend from two shutfim, and one of them was looking after my phone, misafik I don't have to pay. Zog the Rambam, poshabo areize meshalem. But if I was poisheya, I have to pay. Zog the Magid Mishneh why? The Magid Mishneh is in page 57 on top of the page. Afal pisha apshia bebailim potur. And here we said before, it's a suffix, so misafik you also potur. Zogda, because pshia mita mazik, the melee has to pay. Frag de goen, I don't understand. But we said that even a pshia bebailim is potur, right? Pshia mita mazik, this is the Ravid's kasha. So what the Magid Mishneh is saying here, again, I want to explain the kasha. Look good in the Magid Mishneh. We have one Rambam that said that if a person is poshea bekarka, shoimrim have to pay. Even as a gzeras hakosuf that you potu, or pshia mita mazik, the gzeras hakosuf doesn't help me that I'm potu, I have to pay. Why? Because I'm a mazik. A mazik has to pay. What is the shaykhis? Is a gzeras hakosuf that I'm potu from shoimrim, but als mazik I have to pay. This is the kasha of the Ravid and the Rambam. Then the Rambam comes and says another halacha. It's a suffix of the Gemara if a person is shmira bebailim, but only half of the bailim. So misafik I'm potu. So the Rambam, but by pshia I'm chayev. Why? So the Magid Mishneh pshia mita mazik. Zog the goen choshen mishpot simen shin mem vov sif koten tes vov. Zog the Goen, I don't understand this. I don't think we have this Shulchan Aruch. We have Shin Mem Vov. Zog the Goen, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. If Pshia Bebailim is Chayev, so every time you have to say you Chayev. The answer is the Rambam said, Pshia Bebailim is Potu. We don't know why. What?
Shin Mem Vov. Which sif?
Sif.
Zayin, yeah?
Sifkoten Tesvav in the Goen. We have Sifkoten Tesvav in the Goen.
Page 170, 177.
One second.
The bottom of 177?
One second. 59, 1 second.
Wait, I don't see the, there it is, 179. Yesh Paitrim, 179, second line, second wide line of the guy. Second line of the guy, Yesh Paitrim, yeah?
Yeah. 179, second line in the Goen, 179, second line in the Goen Tesvav. I know it's a Goen, we have to learn it slowly, but I will explain it inside. But I will explain the kasha, and we'll learn them inside. These are two kashas that is a mitzvah liyashiv. Again, I'm going back to the first kasha and then explain the second kasha of the Goen. The Goen is beremisa. The Rambam paskin in Perek Beis Mischirus Aloche Gimel Iroeli, even that is a gzeras hakosuf, that is no shmira bekarka, but if you're poishea you chayev because pshia mitam mazik, and while pshia mitam mazik you chayev. Frag the Ravid, you could say Pshia Mita Mazik. So also B'Shmire B'Bailim. Is Xeras HaKosov that is no Parsha Shmire, but if Pshia Mita Mazik, you have to pay. Al Kochoch, it's not true. This is the Ravid's Kasha. One halacha. Second halacha, the second kasha is, the Rambam paskins in Perek Beis Mishaila halacha ches, the suffix of the Gemara, if Shaila bebailim, you only potur when it's one bailim, but what if it's two bailim, and there's a Shaila bebailim from one of them? If you potur a chayiv, suffix in the Gemara, Razok the Rambam is suffix, you don't have to pay. Zog the Rambam, but if you poisheya, you have to pay. Zog the Magin Mishnah, why? Because pshia mita mazik. The shaila b'monefshach. If pshia mita mazik is a reason that even shaila b'bailim you have to pay, so every shaila b'bailim, when you pshia mita mazik, you will have to pay. What we have to say, that shmira b'bailim is different. Now we have a suffix if it's a shmira b'bailim or not. Zog the Rambam, you have to pay. I hear. We'll try to say maybe punkt verkehr, but the idea is true. No. You say givaldik, but punkt Reb Chaim will say verkehr, but the idea you're right. But the problem will be with what we do with the second Rambam. Second Rambam looks like there's no way to answer it. Yossi, Rabbi Yosef, you have an answer?
I thought we say the same thing, that the shmira is only a hezek when you don't transfer the shmira. When you lose the price of the shmira, you're not full of money.
Oh, so that is fakelt. Okay, we'll get to that. Very good. But we're not answering yet a second kasha. But every pshia the Rambam says pshomer that is posheya, he's considered like a mazik. Ki'ilu hizik biyodayim. But it was not two different cases. That we have to explain. But the Rambam says that every pshia avalim posha. He doesn't say what. The Rambam says every pshia is a mazik. Frag the Raiva, if pshia is a mazik, so pshia bebailim has to be chayiv. That is one kasha. But then the second Rambam is a mamash of perle plois. Because we pass in shmira bebailim is potur, like we have to say one pshat, second pshat, we'll say a pshat. Zog the Rambam, we have a suffix shmira bebailim, so you also potur. But when it comes to a mazik b'shmira bebailim, then when there's a suffix shmira bebailim, you have to pay. Frag the Goyen, what is the difference? This is the Goyen's kasha in the Magid Mishnah. The Magid Mishnah said, the Rambam paskin shmira bebailim, you don't say pshia mita mazik. Now you have a suffix, if pshia bebailim is suffix, you don't pay. Suffix mamen lekule. So the Goyen wants to say sfix feike, but it's chidushim bilchis sfix feike. That was the Goyen's matzia. Yeah? But that already is a chidush, to say a chidush im sfix feike. The Magid Mishnah didn't say that. The Magid Mishnah said, you know why you pay? Because pshia mita mazik. And this is the last line in the Goyen. Look good in the Goyen. Zog the Goyen, it doesn't make sense. Because if you're saying that, so every pshia bebailim say that you have to pay. That is the Goyen's kasha. If you say that pshia bebailim is considered a mazik, and you have to pay, so every pshia bebailim you have to pay. The answer is, mishum ma, we have to answer that shmira bebailim is different. If shmira bebailim is different, and you potu, somebody have a suffix shmira bebailim, you also have to be potu. What is the difference? This is the kasha. Well, we have to see. So come, we'll try to answer. So I want to answer first the first shaila. We'll start with the Ravid's kasha. These are the two starke kashas. These are the two starke kashas on the Rambam. One, shmira bebailim, you say, shmira bekarkois, you say, even though there's a gzeras hakosuv, I'm potu. Why I'm potu? Because pshia mita mazik, and like you medag the loshen Rambam, v'ki'ilu hizik beyodayim, Bazei, even shmira bebailim are be potu ki'ilu hizik beyodayim. And then the modern Rambam in Perik Beis Halacha Ches Milchus Shoyel, page 56. Now the Rambam says that Shmira B'Bailim I'm potur, and if it's a suffix Shmira B'Bailim, for example, when I have two shutfim, I'm also potur misafek, because suffix if I have to pay, but if I'm Peshay, I have to pay. So the Magen Mishnah Pshia Mitam Mazik. So what? Pshia Mitam Mazik, but B'Shayle B'Bailim, Pshia Mitam Mazik is potur, frag the Goyen. So you go nicht gesagt, and the Goyen wants to say Chidushim. So verkehrt, so why the Rambam says you have to pay? No, monefshach. So if a half representing is not, so you have to be chayiv in all the ilchos shoymrim. The Rambam Baskin's a half represent as a suffix, and be suffix you don't pay. But pshia mibaylim you pay. If you pesha, you have to pay. Monefshach. Monefshach. Or it's a suffix if HaKadosh Baruch Hu said half representing is yes or not. We're not sure what Hashem said. If Hashem meant half representing paters me, so I'm potter from everything, and the same thing I'm potter b'pshia b'bailim, I have to be potter here also. And if Hashem did not mean to say half, so I have to pay in everything. And the Rambam says no, in everything I'm potter, and pshia I'm chayev.
Can't we say that he relinquishes his shmira to the bailim?
Right.
By a half a ba, by shutaf, that shutaf is not going to be a full shomer, and on him, he's going to be a peshay on that.
So, monefshach, that is the shaila. If shmira b'bailim, a half is shmira b'bailim, I'm potter in ganzen. And if it's not, it's not. How we divide it? We're almost there, but how much? How? How? What is the difference? So come I want to get first to the vote. We'll get first to the vote. The Shach and Simon Samachvov explains, and I will say it because we want to be maspik, so I will say, there's a lot of Lashonis in the Achroinim, but I will say the vote. Maybe they will read the Lashon of Reb Chaim, the way Reb Ber brings down Reb Chaim. You know, I will start for Reb Ber. In our generation, we start for Reb Ber. Yeah, I think we could start for Reb Ber. Reb Ber, we have the Reb Ber. Reb Shlomo, we have a Reb Ber. I'll tell the Reb Ber. Oh, we have the Reb Ber. Reb Ber from Reb Chaim, yeah. Simen Lamed Beis, Sifkot and Dalet. We have him?
Give me a second to find it. Fair enough. 437, yeah.
What's the pshat? The Oilum Mamish know the whole book Baal Peh?
They know the pages about that. The time is on top and the birth is on the radar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have it 436. We have the Reb Chaim and the Shiur Reb Chaim, and we have the Reb Ber. I will say Baal Peh what Reb Chaim says. Reb Chaim said a Yesoid, that the miut in the Parsha of Karkoes is only a miut in the Chiyuv Tashlumim. But the Chiyuv Shmire, we were mechadish in the beginning of the Shir, that is a din to be a shomer, is a din to be a shomer. Regardless if you have to pay or not, that exists also in Karkoes, also in Shtores, and also in Avodim. The Gzeras HaKosuv that patters, only patters from Chiyuv Tashlum. But the Chiyuv Shmira you have. You have a Chiyuv Shmira. If you take an apartment, you have a Chiyuv Shmira that the kids will not color on the walls. Yeah, as a Chiyuv Shmira. This whole Reb Chaim is Geboit, and the Hanochi that we started to say in the beginning of the Shir, that is a Chiyuv Maisa Shmira. Some that don't understand this Akdome, and they start the Reb Chaim without this Akdome, there's no way to learn the Reb Chaim. Only after this Akdome, that is a Mechayev of a Maisa Shmira. And this is the reason I said that we have to learn these sugyas now, that we're telling HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a Chiyuv Shmira on us. Not only if we'll be damaged, you will have to take care of us. Ribono Shel Olam, we're learning the sugya of Shoimrim, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will be a Shmira on us. Not only if something happens, he will take care of us. As a Chiyuv Shmira. But back in Yonenu, yeah, we don't have to mix. So, as a Chiyuv Shmira. What is the Chiyuv Shmira? We have a Chiyuv Shmira to be a Shomer. The miut of Karkoes is not a miut in Parshas Tashlumim, is a miut in the chiyuv. I'm sorry, the miut of karkois is only a chiyuv in the Parshas Tashlumim, sagt Reb Chaim, is not a chiyuv in the Parsha Shmire. I want to read 2-3 lines together with you. Open page 437. Yeah. And Reb Chaim says like this. I'm starting at the beginning of the Reb Chaim where we have the hand. V'tiretz moiri v'rabi. Dehine dine pturim shel shmire bekarkoes v'din ptur shmire bebailim mechulokim bebiurom v'hevdel rav. Dine b'shoimrim yesh shnei chiyuvim. Chiyuv shmire v'chiyuv tashlumim. Avodim v'shtores v'karkoes shenismatu lo midin chiyuv shmire nismatu. Devada yeshnom bedin shmire. אלא דגזיר הסקוסו בדין חיוב התשלומים של השוימרים דפוטור עליו. אבל בדין חיוב שמירה לא נסמאתו ושפיה וחיוב שמירה. זוגת רב ברוך בר בשם רב חיים. The mute is in the חיוב תשלומים, not in the חיוב שמירה. ואולם, here it's underlined, דין פטור דבעולבים היבאור דנעשה דין חלויס פטור בהשמירה גופו. B'shmira bebailim is no parsha shoimrim. The Lomdim explained the Reb Chaim, and someone here mentioned it. When it's be'ol of imoy, I'm not a shoimer, he's with me. So kivyochel, I don't take it to myself. He's in charge. B'meile, zog the tumim like this. And all the achroinim saying it, because the time I'm going to the point. Zog the achroinim, with a pshia shema mita mazik, it's not, I'm not a real mazik, it's a grome. Val is a parsha shmire, and I'm mechuyev to be shomer, and I'm not shomer, I'm considered a mazik. But only because the chiyuv shmire. Because I'm mechuyev b'shmire, normally if I'm not shomer, I'm a pshia. But I'm not a mazik, maybe I'm a grome be'alme. If I have a chiyuv shmira and I'm not doing my din, that makes me to be the parsha of mazik. Such a shmira that I'm mechuyev b'shmira and I don't take care of my shmira, that turns me to become a mazik. B'meile bekarkoes v'avodim v'shtores, the miut is not from the parsha shmira. The miut is only from the parshas tashlumim. And while the miut is from the parshas tashlumim, B'meile, I'm chayev. Because, why? So like this. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said there's no parshas tashlumim. But because I had a chiyuv shmire, I'm a mazik. So I will explain. As a mute, as a parsha shoimrim, as a mute, I don't have to pay. But chiyuv shmire I have. As mechadish the Rambam, that even HaKadosh Baruch Hu said there's a ptur of tashlumim, but Hashem said ptur and tashlumim from parsha shmire, parsha shoimrim. But while I'm mechuyev b'shmire, is a new mechayev, is a mechayev of mazik. So every shoimer be'etzem is two zachen. But a person is shoimer is a parsha of the Torah, and as a parsha. So if we'll ask a question, when a shomer chinam is poshea, why he has to pay? He has to pay twice. Not twice, for two reasons. One, because Hashem said a parsha, Shomer Chinam pays, Shomer Sochor pays, Shoyel pays. And Hashem also said that a mazik pays. When he's mekabel on himself shmire, he has to be Shomer the Chayfetz. Because of that is a parshas tashlumim. Shomer Sochor, Shomer Chinam. The Torah was memayed karkois from the parshas tashlumim. But chutz from the parshas tashlumim, is another reason to pay. Not only because Hashem said a parsha shoimrim. Weil I'm mechuyev in shmire, today I'm a mazik. You will ask, so why I need two parshas? First, Shem Esocho. Even a Shem Echinam could be an nafkemine. Tchilosi bepshia v'soife be'oines could be nafkemines. Could be nafkemines. But again, the vote of Reb Chaim is that the miut of the Torah is in the parsha of Tashlumei Shmire. Aber in the parsha von Schmire is no miut. He does in the Psukim, is no miut in the Parsha of Schmire. So in Karkois, I'm mechuyev in a Schmire. And Avodim, I'm mechuyev in a Schmire. And Shtoretz, I'm mechuyev in a Schmire. Weil I'm mechuyev in a Schmire, B'meile, if I didn't keep my halacha, is a new reason to mechayev me. Midin mazik. And every time when a person is poishea, we have to get two reasons. We have two reasons to mechayev him to pay. One, because he's a mazik, and one, the parsha of tashlumim. The Torah was memayir from tashlumim, but the parsha of mazik state. Shmira bebailim, I'm not even a shomer. Shmira bebailim, I'm not even a shomer. That is the answer of Reb Chaim to answer the kasha of the Ravid and the Rambam. And the Sholem Yeshiva, a lot of Achronim say it, it's mashma in the Shach. If this is true, now, what? So it's a good kasha. It's a good kasha. Some Achronim clear about it, but we have to say that things that happened, like Gneva V'Aveda, you can't consider them like a hezek. It's something that is not a word normally happens. A pshia, normally when a person is pshia, hezek could come. So you could look on it like a ma'aseh mazik. A Gneva V'Aveda, it's not something that is about to come. So while it's not something that is about to come, b'meila we don't look on him like a mazik. We don't look at him like a mazik. Some want to say also that if he was Pesheya, could be he'll be chayiv even a Gneva V'Aveda. If he was Pesheya, not if he didn't do a Shmira of Gneva V'Aveda. Okay, but it's hard to find the case. Now, the Rishonim that didn't agree with the Rambam, Teisves and all the Rishonim, it doesn't mean that they were choylek in the Yesod that we said now. All of the Rishonim, they could be choylek in one of the two things. Or that they learned that even if a person is Pesheya, but you can't call him a mazik. Lemaisi was not mazik b'yodayim. But not that they were learning that the miut is even from the Parsha Shmira. Could be they're masking that is a chiyuv Shmira even in a karka. That they don't learn that when a person doesn't keep his halacha, you could consider him a mazik. They were choylek on that. Or we could say that they learn that the Gzeras HaKosuv patters and ganzen. That would be the nafkamina. If you have, when you take an apartment, if you're mechuyev to be shomer, you're not mechuyev to be shomer. Lefi the Rambam, you're mechuyev to be shomer. Why? Because we said as a chiyuv shmira, but as a chiyuv shmira, you can't say if something will happen, I will take care of it. Because you have a chiyuv of a ma'aseh shmira. The miut in the Gzeras HaKosuv and Karkois was only from the tashlumim, not from the shmira. And while was no miut from the shmira, b'meila you mechuyev. And the Rishonim were saying, other they were masking that is a chiyuv shmira, they just didn't learn that ish shmira, you could consider him like mamish, like a mazik. Or maybe they were choylek. Now I want to be mamshich. So now we're going, so for the first Rambam, it's very geschmack. Reb Chaim said the Yesod, Geboita is a chiyuv shmira, and the miut is not on that. But how we answer the second Rambam? Second Rambam is kimat no way to answer the second Rambam. Kimat no way to answer the second Rambam. How we answer the second Rambam? So l'chura we have to learn that pshat in the Magid Mishneh and pshat in the Goyen that was choylek. What was the machlekes Magid Mishneh and Goyen? The Magid Mishneh said pshia mitam mazik. We asked Monefshach, if pshia mitam mazik, so every shmira b'bailim. The Magid Mishneh learned is in Yeshivas that the Yeshiva says that the Magid Mishneh learned that is a Gzeras HaKosuv that shmira b'bailim is potur even b'pshia, not because pshia is not mitam mazik, No, it's Gzeras HaKosuf. Im be'olov imoy lo yeshalem. And it goes on the posuk that is also on Pshiyeh. So it's Keilu a poro adumo, a Gzeras HaKosuf, that Shmire bebailim is potur even on Pshiyeh. Dahainu. On Karkoes, we don't have Gzeras HaKosuf. The Yeshivas says it, I'll tell you where's the Yeshivas. In Shin Aleph?
Aleph, yeah, but bottom of 437.
This is what the Yeshiva says. It's Gzeras HaKosuf. What page?
437, the fifth line.
437.
Is that 437?
Yes.
Line 5. 6. In King Zeres Kosu?
Yeah. It's very schwere Sache. Very schwere Sache. But if it's true, B'meile sagt the Magid Mishneh, so look. Be'etzem Pshiyeh mitam mazik, avodim karkois have to pay. Because Ein Echanami is a mir from Tashlumim, but as a Shiur Shmire, like Reb Chaim said, you have to pay. So why Be'ol of Imo he doesn't pay? Not like Reb Chaim that Be'ol of Imo is Mufka from the Parsha. The Magid Mishneh learned is not Mufka from the Parsha. It's only Stam Gzeras HaKosuf. Melezok the Magid Mishneh, listen carefully. If the person was Poisheya and is Shmire Bebailim, he's Potur Gzeras HaKosuf. But if we have a Sofik, if we have Gzeras HaKosuf, and he's for sure a Mazik, Sofik Potur, he has to pay. So when a person is Poisheya Bebailim, and is a Sofik if he's Potur, Sofik if he's Chayev, Val is for sure Mazik. Sofik if he has a Ptur, be Sofik he has a Cheskes Chiyuv, he has to pay. The Goen learned, and if you see the words of the Goen, that Shmire Bebailim is Potur from the Parsha Shmire. If he doesn't have a din shoimer, he doesn't have a din mazik. So what is our sofek when it's one? Sofek if he has a din mazik. So listen carefully. If we learn like us, that shmire bebailim felt in the shmire, he's not a shoimer. If he's not a shoimer, there's no chiyuv shmire. If there's no chiyuv shmire, there's no chiyuv mazik. So if you have a sofek if you're a mazik or not, misofek you don't pay. Masha'engen the Magid Mishneh learn that he's for sure a mazik. Because the mute of Shmire Bebailim doesn't say that you don't have to be a shoimer. You have to be a shoimer. No, what? It's Gzeras HaKosuf that you Potur from Tashlumim. Sofik Ptur, you don't have to pay. Now, so I just want to finish up. We'll go weiter. So we spoke about the first chaylik is if you have to be a shoimer or you don't have to be a shoimer. If you have to look after your things or you don't have to look after. If a person gives you a chayvus to be shoimer, if you have to be a shoimer or you don't have to be a shoimer. And we said that in Karkois, we want to learn B'Pashtus, if you everyone, you have to be a shoimer. You potu. If you're a Posheya, the Rambam holds you chayev, the Shulchan Aruch passes that you potu, we pass him Misofik that you potu, and we answered both Rambams. But now the shaila is, and this is the main shaila, when you give out an apartment, and you give out an apartment, you rent out the apartment, and the person is Posheya. Lefi what we learn now, the halacha is, even his Posheya, we pass in like Shulchan Aruch that we're not mechayev him. So if you give out an apartment, and the guy damaged it, you can't ask for money. So what you do? So it's one eitzah. The eitzah is the Shulchan Aruch paskins. Shulchan Aruch paskins in Shin Aleph Seif Dalet. Im konu miyodom liischayev beachrayus chayev. Im konu miyodom liischayev beachrayus chayev. We have the Shulchan Aruch in Shin Aleph? Where is it? Shin Aleph, Seif Dalet.
Come on, guys. You're very good today. The Rav thinks you know the book by heart. Shin Aleph Aleph?
Shin Aleph Dalet. Im konu miyodom liischayev chayev. 148. Im konu miyodom liischayev chayev. Okay. So today no one writes it down. But what? You write down, you have to give it back the way you got it. Right? When you lend an apartment, you don't write down, and if you pay share, you have to pay. What? Who is a lawyer here? What? If you want people to use you, let us know.
Then you're per se if you're a lawyer that does that.
What do you write in the contract? You have to give it back the same way you got it, no?
Except for wear and tear.
Normal wear and tear.
Right, okay, right. So, the poiske zmaneinu taine, that this is keilu, I was committing to be chayev. I'm chayev myself to bring it back, so it means I'm ischayev to be achroi. Or you could say stop. It's a commitment. No shaykhs to shoymrim. Just like I could say, when I finish, I have to dance. When I finish to rent the apartment, I have to do a dance. I could write down. When I finish the apartment, I have to pay it, paint it. Oh, here's the shaila. So where's the kinyan? So the shtar is the kinyan. What would be if it's not written in the contract? Oh, here's the shaila. It's not written in the contract. So some person want to say, Achraus to soifer. But the what we learn now in Shiur, it's not poshet at all. If we're saying karkoes is no chiyuv shmira bichlal. The ones that are cholik and the Rambam hold that there's no chiyuv shmira. And there's no chiyuv tashlumi. No what? If I make a kinyan, I could be mischayev. But I didn't make a kinyan. You can't say achraus to soifer kilu ich gemacht a kinyan. I wanted to sell you. I really wanted achraus to soifer, but I didn't sell it. I was not mischayev in this kinyan. If I write it down in my shtar, you're right. What? Now you can't say the shimush is. So if the shimush is, so every time when a person is soicher a karka, why have to have konom yodom? The shimush will be a konom yodoi. Why the Shulchan Aruch has to say konom yodoi? I want to give you an example, because we're running late. I want to give you a ktsois that you understand the example. The ktsois says a beautiful thing. He says the halacha is matne shomer chinom liyos chayev keshemosocho. Zog.
Look at this. Here's the cat from the Shunra from the mice. Look at this. Doesn't the Shunra also...
Zalman, it's under your table now.
Oh!
He's right. It's back to the kitchen. It's back to the kitchen. So the Ktsois asks a kasha. Listen carefully and you understand the lumdus. The halacha is matne shomer chinom liyos chayev keshoyel. Frag the Ktsois, why it's not matne al mashikosu b'toiro? Why is not matne al mashikosu b'toiro? Why is not called matne al mashikosu b'toiro? Zog the Ktsois, listen carefully. He says like this. Teisus says, matne shomer chinom liyos potur mipshia. Why? So Teisus says, one year so Teisus says, Shoymrim, why they chayev? Because Yordo daito lesoif daito shel odom that he wants to pay. Shem Bechinu wants to pay like this. Shem Mesocher wants to pay like this. So if a person says, I want to pay different, the Torah doesn't care. Aval karkoes zog diktseis. No, everyone. Why a person doesn't want to be a shemer and karka? No, it's exeres zekosuv. That is the reason you need to make a kinyan. This is what the case explains. You don't have to make a kinyan if you say why? Because be'etzem a person wants to be a shomer. It's different levels, but if he says he wants more, the Torah doesn't care. But karkoes, why you have to make a kinyan? Because be'etzem a person every time wants. But Hashem said that is no chiyuv. So you have to make a kinyan. So it's a big shayla l'maisa if you forgot, the lawyers forgot to write it inside. But to make it very clear, but if you give an apartment to someone for Shabbos, and the kids damage the house, if they damage metaltalim, it's a shayla. You have to know that al pi halacha, you cannot sue him. He doesn't have to pay. If you gave your apartment for Shabbos, and the people damaged it, if it's gdolim, they have to pay. But if kids damaged it, if you don't say mefurish that I'm making a tnai and a kinyan, the halacha is that he's potu. He really has to look after it. But lemaisa is potu. We have to stop because in 2 minutes Rabbi Melech Biderman coming in to give us the chizuk. But I just want to misakim the halachas lemaisa. Legabi the suitcase. So if you don't pick up the trolley, so you didn't do a kinyan, so me'ikar adin, you're not a shomer. You could look after it, don't pick it up, don't move it. Don't move it, you're not a shomer. If you moved it, you're a shomer. The poiskis manene say that adaita de hochi, you're allowed to leave. But again, it's not so poshut. The best thing is to say alamol, but if I have to leave, I will leave. To remember to say these words. What? It's not mamish hanach lefonai. He's maniach lefonai. No, when I come to over, he says, put it here. He's here. It's not hanach lefonai means okay. It's okay. Here, he's not hanach lefonai. Come to my corner. Put it. If you tell him come to my corner, that is a hanach lefonai. He leaves it where it is. I'm going to the bathroom. Put your eyes on it. But again, it could be a chiyuv shmirah. If you take a karka in a house, I'm saying again, you have a chiyuv to look after it, and it's not enough to say that I'll be potul. Say lefi the Rambam and say lefi the other ones. If lemaisa you take a house, you give your house to someone, so if you make a contract and it's written down, it's for sure good. If not, some want to say a house to a sefer, but again, it's not so poshut. But that only helps if you have a contract. If you give your apartment, your vacation apartment, all of these things, and you're a yid. Now, it's a big shaila, we'll not go into it, if it's an inyan losses yedei shomayim. In these halachas, that this ma'et karkoes is a din losses yedei shomayim or not? It's a big machlekes. It's a big machlekes, if it's an inyan losses yedei shomayim. But we'll stop here. Be'ezus Hashem, the same way. So I want maybe to explain a little bit. If it's a chiyuv shmire and karkoes, most of the poskim say that is a chiyuv lotzis yedei shomayim. If it's a chiyuv shmira and karkoes, like we wanted to say in Reb Chaim B'das HaRambam, so it's mistaber that there's an inyan losses yedei shomayim. Why? Because you are guilty. You did not do what you have to do. The Torah is not mechayev me. It's a grome be'alme. If it's a mufka from the whole parsha, if it's a afkoy mikol parsha kula, so there's no parsha shoymrim. So mechates is a chiyuv losses yedei shomayim. Some want to say yes, but then is mistaber that is no chiyuv. But if we are maimid it, like Reb Chaim, that in a karka is a vada chiyuv shmira in a karka, is a chiyuv shmira in a karka. It's only a ptur from the tashlumim. So the same way, every grome ben ezokim, Bochber explains, avada is a isur. All these things are isur. If there's no isur, it's like no chos shomayim. So lefi what we explained, that is a chiyuv shmira in karka. Is a chiyuv, though, is a ptur from din tashlumim, so it's mistaber very much that it be a chiyuv lotzes yedei shomayim. So if you gave your house to someone, if you took a house and the house was damaged, the kids were not careful, so could be choshen mishpot, he can't, again, lefi the Rambam pshia mita mazik, so you have to pay. So we pass it not like the Rambam. So first some say that every time when there's a machlekes Rambam and Shulchan Aruch, avada is the inyan losus today shomayim to be yoytze shitas Rambam. But even if we will say that, no, ich will nicht. I'm passing like Shulchan Aruch that you potu, aber weil Reb Chaim was mechadish, that avada is a chiyuv shmira in karka, and the mute in shmira bekarka is only a mute from the Parshas Tashlumim, not from the chiyuv shmira. B'meile b'chai gavnes, b'meile you have chayav losus today shomayim. So now, I just want to mention, what? So I'm saying like this, and the trolley we have 3 shilas. I will explain. Maybe 4 shilas. First, if I didn't move it, and I didn't do a kinyan, so it could be I'm potu because it's a shmira without a kinyan, and the way we learned, we didn't manage to get into it, but we have 2 minutes, I will explain. Some achroinim don't like what we said today. Some achroinim is a meshoivev that doesn't like all of the shir that we said today. And he wants to say a chidush. What would be a person that is a shomer bekarka, or a shomer bemetaltelim that did not do a kinyan? So it's no parsha shomrim, right? Zog the Meshoivev is no parsha shoimrim, but pshia mitam mazik. You told him you'll look after it. He was sure you're looking after it. If pshia mitam mazik, zog the Meshoivev, you will have to pay. So I'm starting the topic. A person gave you a chayfetz, a trolley to look after. You did not do a kinyan. And we'll say that it's not called hanach lefonai. He told you, you could look after it. I'm going to the bathroom for 2 minutes. I'm going to be excused. The way we learned the whole shir was that the only reason I'm Pesher Mitam Mazik, while I'm Chayev B'Shmira. That was the whole shir. B'meile B'Karka, I am Chayev B'Shmira, I'm not Chayev B'Shmira. That was the lomdus of the shir. The Meshoivev wants to say no. Like someone mentioned it before, I told you I will look after it, so you were sure that it's taken care of. I'm a Garmi, it's like Mare Dinor La Shulchani, I'm Chayev Midin Mazik. No shaykhs to the lomdus. Now, if you say that, you can't say the whole shtickle tereh that we wanted to say today. We can't say the shtickle tereh. That's the reason we don't want to say like that. What? Right. The Dvar Avrom is mesupik in that. If it's like Mare Dino L'Shulchani or not. Right? You're right. The reason it's not a Gami, because not for sure that will happen. For sure, that is the reason we didn't learn like that. But the Meshoivev comes and says, against all of our shir, the Meshoivev says in one place, he says, the pshia mitay mazik means balabatish. I told you I will look after it, so you were sure that you don't have to take care of it, so b'meila you left it, so I'm considered a mazik. Avad, if we learn that, we don't have a pshat and shmira bebailim. The Raivet's kasha is a bam kasha, so why shmira bebailim is potur? You're a mazik. You're a mazik. Even in Perek Beis Halacha Yud Gimel Mischirus, Perek Beis Mischirus Halacha Yud Gimel. No. Mischirus Perek Beis Halacha Yud Gimel, or Perek Aleph Halacha Yud Gimel. Okay, I think we will stop here. We will stop here, but that is a big shayla. But we'll stop here.